What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new Euro 2020 fantasy football video. And in this video I'll be talking about wildcard strategies and an actual wildcard draft for match day 5 or the quarterfinals. So on the screen now you can see the quarterfinals draw bracket. So on the left side we have Switzerland against Spain and Belgium against Italy, and the winners of these two games will be playing each other in the semi-finals. And on the right side we have Czech Republic versus Denmark and Ukraine versus England, and also the winner of these two games will be playing each other. So the biggest two favourites you'll be looking at going by these games, you'll be thinking Spain to beat Switzerland and England to beat Ukraine, and the other two games are really tight. They're kind of 50-50 games, but as we've seen in match day 4, no game is guaranteed. As we've seen, France were knocked out by Switzerland, Germany are gone, Netherlands were beat by Czech Republic, so there's no guarantees. But we will have to find some strategy to pick the most even players and have an advantage going into the semi-finals for Euro Fantasy. So what I've done, I've taken all my strategies, I've worked on this, and I have picked the correct amount of players for each team to leave me with an advantage going into the semi-finals. So the way I work this is, I'll just get the next draw bracket up and you will be able to see. So the numbers besides each team here are the numbers of players that will be on the wildcard draft. So as we can see, Switzerland, there is one player from Switzerland. And as I said, Spain and England are the most likely to win their games. So I have 3 players from Spain, 2 from Belgium, 2 from Italy, 2 from Czech Republic, 2 from Denmark, none from Ukraine, and 3 from England. So like I said, Spain and England are most likely to win their games. That's why they have 3 each. And it's kind of spread out evenly enough throughout the other teams. So if we just take a few scenarios and we just say if England and Spain both win their games, then you will have 15 active players in the semi-finals no matter what, without hits. So you'll have 3 from Spain, 3 from England if they both win. And then on the other 2 games, you will have 2 players from each team no matter who wins. So just say we have Spain winning and England winning, and then Denmark win and Italy win. You will have 10 players coming into the semi-finals, and you will also have 5 free transfers, which you will have a full squad of 15 active players if these results go like this. Just say if Spain lost and England won, you would have 13 active players in the semi-finals without hits. So you would have 2 from Czech Republic versus Denmark, 2 from Belgium versus Italy, 3 from England, and 1 from Switzerland, which is 8. And you would also have your 5 free transfers, which add up to 13. So I've taken all scenarios out of this draw bracket, and I have given the biggest advantage to go into the semi-finals. And just so we come into a scenario, if Spain and England both lost, so you would have 1 from Switzerland. Now this is the worst scenario. You would have 1 from Switzerland, you would have 2 from Italy or Belgium, and 2 from Czech Republic and Denmark, and none from Ukraine. So we would have 5 players, and we would have 5 active transfers, which give us 10 active players going into the semi-finals. Now this is the worst case scenario, and it is highly unlikely. But all we would have to do is take a -4 hit to field a full team. So that is the worst scenario. So no matter what the results of the quarterfinals, you'll have at least 10 active players before a hit going by this strategy. One of England versus Spain should definitely win, meaning if this happens, you will have 12 or 13 active players without a hit going into the semi-final. So this strategy, I have it all worked out, and it seems to be the best. I give the biggest 2 teams, the biggest favourites, Spain and England, 3 players each, which leaves them the team with 9 players to pick from. Then I went to the 2 50-50 games, which is Belgium and Italy and Czech Republic and Denmark, and I gave them 2 players each, which is another 8 players, totaling to 14 used. I then had 1 remaining player to pick from, so it was either Switzerland or Ukraine, and Switzerland are more likely to beat Spain, then Ukraine are to beat England. So that's why I picked the Switzerland player. So that's it, guys. That is the strategy going into the semi-finals. So the worst case scenario is to have 10 active players without a hit going into the semi-finals. And of course the best case scenario is to have all 15. So now we'll go straight into the wildcard team. And this is the wildcard team that I have come up with. So as you can see, in goals, Simon. So my 3 Spanish players are Simon, Sarabia and Morata. Of course, Spain haven't been great defensively. That's why I did not double up here on the Spanish defence. I just went with one goalkeeper from Spain, and it was Simon. Of course, their defence is unpredictable at the moment too. Alba has been rotated. You've Garcia and Pau Torres being rotated. It's just a little messy there. But of course, we will know the Spain and Switzerland team lineups before the deadline on Friday, which is a huge boost. So just in case if Sarabia isn't starting, we will know and we can take him out then. So the 3 Spanish players I have is Simon, Sarabia and Morata. So they're the most players I have from one team, and I also have 3 English players. So it's Harry Kane, Luke Shaw and Pickford. Now I think these are really solid picks going into this fixture. Of course, England play Ukraine. They have 4 clean sheets. That's why I have doubled up in the England defence with Pickford and Shaw. They've played 4 games. They have 4 clean sheets. And I picked Harry Kane over Sterling mainly because he is more nailed on. Of course, he's the team captain and he is on penalties also, which is a huge boost. And he did score last game, so his confidence is up now. I didn't pick the likes of Foden or Grealish. It's just too unpredictable with Southgate going by his wingers and midfielders. So I picked 2 Denmark players. It's Damsgaard and Mihail. Of course, 2 creative players. Looking at Mihail, we'll just click into him now. Of course, he's 23 points and he's 4.7 million. He's probably the best bargain defender in Euro Fantasy so far. He's 2 goals scored and he has 9 attempts from that left wing back position, which is very nice. Looking at Damsgaard, he's only 6.1 million. Denmark are looking very creative, like I said. He's only selected by 6% of teams. He's 15 points. He's 1 assist and he's 1 goal scored. So he's a nice pick and a bit of a differential as well. So moving on to Czech Republic, I've picked 2 players. As you can see, striker is Škik, and I've picked Kufal also. We'll just have a look at Kufal first. Of course, Czech Republic are playing Denmark, so it's kind of a 50-50 game. Denmark will be slight favourites, but I have picked 2 players from each team going into this fixture. So Kufal has 1 assist, and he's 2 clean sheets so far, so pretty solid. He's nailed on right back, and he's very creative. He bombs up that wing, he gets crosses in, and he could take the odd set piece as well. And looking at Škik, of course, he is Czech Republic's main threat. He's the most points as a forward in Euro Fantasy with 27. His 13 goal attempts in 4 games. His four goals in 4 games. Plus, he's also earned 1 penalty, and he also takes penalties as well for Czech Republic. Of course, he will fancy his chances against Denmark. I have picked 2 players from Belgium, Meunier and Thorgan Hazard. Now, I didn't pick Lukaku because I fancy Kane, Škik and Morata more over Lukaku. Of course, Belgium have a tough fixture against Italy, and Italy's defence is really solid. So I went with Thorgan Hazard. He has scored 2 goals in the tournament so far. He's playing on the left. Of course, De Bruyne and Eden Hazard are huge doubts going into this game as well. And I picked Meunier. He's 1 goal and 2 assists so far in the tournament. And he's a really solid pick on that right side. He's 27 points, selected by 28% of teams. 1 Switzerland player picked is Shaqiri. Of course, he is a threat for Switzerland. He's on their set pieces. He is dangerous for them. Of course, I wouldn't rule Switzerland out against Spain, but Spain are going in favourites. And like I said, Spain have conceded goals, and Shaqiri could pop up with anything. He's 1 assist and 2 goals so far in the tournament. If I forgot any players, of course the Italy players, yeah. I have two, Spinazzola and Insigne. Now Spinazzola, he's been Italy's star man so far this tournament. Italy have 3 clean sheets out of 4 games and they've only conceded 1 goal. He's a very attacking left back with 2 assists so far. Like I said, Belgium only had 1 shot against Portugal, and with De Bruyne and Hazard doubts for this game, Italy can get a clean sheet here. So that's it, guys. That is my wildcard draft team and the strategies. Like I said, the worst case scenario out of this strategy is you will have 10 active players without a hit going into the semi-final, and the best case scenario is you will have all 15. But it looks highly likely that you will have minimum 12 or 13 players going into the semi-final. So if you like this video, guys, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like. I'll be back with lots of more Euro 2020 content. Have a great day.